everybody? We are live. I hope you guys are having an amazing day. We're kicking back in here. I don't know what happened. We got boosted again, but it's fine. We are going to crush it. Here we go. We're back up. We're running. We're live. How's everybody doing? We'll wait for people to kick back in here. Get them in. Get them rolling. Get them going.
They saw me rolling.
They saw me rolling. You have to refresh. They saw me rolling. What's up, everybody? We're back. Thanks for tuning in with us. Sorry about that. We keep getting booted because of music.
YouTube
what is going on?
Smooth jazz.
Smooth jazz.
Smooth jazz. The panda.
Ooh, man! What in the world is that? Listen, I don't want to make money off of the video. We just want to broadcast to you guys.
Talk about Jesus.
That's it. Like, why? Make sure you share that with everybody. Make sure you send that link out to some peeps so that way they get it. So that way we don't get booted again. That's so funny. They nixed us. Well, what's up, guys? Welcome to Thrive Live. We are going to have an awesome time, have a ton of fun here. We're going to let some people kick in. I know, since we lost our feed and had to re-kick the feed back in, we're going to let people get connected with us here real fast as they're making their way in and connecting with us. Guys, we'd love for you. Shoot us a text message if you want to. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the Thrive channel. That way, if we get booted like that again, as soon as we go live, you guys immediately will get re-notified as soon as we go back up. So it's really important to make sure you're subscribed to our channel. Turn that little bell icon on. That's huge to make sure you guys have set up too. So that way that kicks in there. But we're excited. We've got a crazy action-packed night. We got some people we're going to be calling tonight to say what's up to. We've got a game that has to do a lot with leaders that we're going to be doing some stuff with. This is going to be a lot of fun. And then we got an awesome conversation Dan and I are going to have about just Jesus and who he is and how we can make sure we continue to have a solid relationship with him. But we're excited about that. So Dan, sir, what's been up, man? Like, what have you been doing, dude?
I found toilet paper.
Yay! Let's make sure we get some thumbs up for that. Toilet paper.
It's like the desert of toiletries. No, what a blessing though, honestly.
Where'd you find toilet paper at?
Oh, at Publix. Hashtag love your friendly neighborhood Publix.
Hello, Declan. What's up, man? How's it going? Man? Kiki, how's it going? Sienna, what's up? Sienna says, I'm here. She also says, I'm eating spaghetti right now.
I'm a little jealous that you have spaghetti. If I'm going to be perfect.
Can I be honest with you? I'm more of an Alfredo guy. If I could be like straight with you, I actually like Alfredo better. It's not that I don't like red sauce, but I just
texture or taste.
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 Yeah, I would rather have Alfredo on a pizza than red sauce.
They actually make that, and it's pretty.
Let me know. Are you guys the same way? Like, leave me a comment and let me know, dude. Yes, Kiki says I love Alfredo. Oh, pesto.
I'm not a huge
Though
pesto
I will
person.
say I do like vodka sauce. It's the white sauce and red sauce mixed. That sauce is one of my favorite sauces.
Fire.
That is actually a really good sauce. So I take that back. It's not just the red sauce I don't like, but I think it's like the red sauce by itself that I don't like. But when it's mixed with some stuff, super good. Leave us a comment right now. Let us know, like, what is y'all's favorite, like, how do you say this? Like Italian or Chinese? Like ethnic food? Would that be the right terminology to say there? Like, what's your favorite ethnic food?
Your favorite type of food.
Yeah, like what's your favorite type of food? White beans. Declan says white beans.
You put beans on your pizza. I feel like I need to try that because
I'm confused. So a white bean, is that like a red bean and a black bean and a brown bean, but it's a white bean? Like it's
dessert.
Hold on.
Kiki says dessert.
Dessert. Oh yeah, that's my favorite food group too, brother. That's what I'm talking about, Kiki. I love that.
Salad with milk.
Wait, hold on.
You're blowing my mind right now.
Hold on a second. Everybody read this comment right here. Caesar salad with milk. Hold on. I'm confused.
I'm a little concerned. I think we need to have a talk. As a spread. Okay. Yes, Declan.
Yeah, I'm as a spread. I'm confused.
Okay. I got that. He's talking about like a white bean spread, like a dip or like a
Oh,
spread.
there we
Yeah.
go. Okay, that I'm getting. Okay, I like that. That's good. I think that's good.
Oh, Sienna said milk on the side.
Okay, that makes more sense. Okay. I was thinking like a Caesar salad with milk in it.
You guys have learned we can all go to bed now. We learned an important lesson. Context. And commas. The power of the
White
almighty
bean
comma.
spread on a pizza. Interesting.
That actually sounds pretty awesome.
I've never thought about that before.
But it doesn't sound gross. It sounds interesting.
Yeah, interesting. Yeah, it'd be a Mexican pizza, I think.
Pickle juice, hot Cheetos.
This is what Maya says: pickle juice and hot Cheetos.
Wow.
If I can be truthfully honest with you, Dan, and you guys watching us, I've actually never had hot Cheetos.
Really?
Never in my life.
They're pretty fire.
Oh, you see what he did there? You see what he did there?
I'm
Give him a
sorry.
thumbs up for that. He needs a thumbs up for that.
Dad joke. Dad jokes for life.
Seriously, pickles. When I was a teenager and even a young kid, we would go to the Quick Stop, is what, like the grocery little store down the street from us, and they always had like the pickles in a bag. I don't know if you guys remember those, or if you can still
Talking
get
about,
them.
like the big giant ones.
Like the big giant pickle in a bag. I'd always get the hot. Always would get the hot and eat it. It was so good. When it's like hot outside, you wanted something refreshing. Nothing beat vinegar water.
Dude, you guys got COVID-19? Drink some pickle water.
Kiki says I don't like
You
pickles.
don't like pickles?
Yeah.
Hey, so here's a fun here's some pickle trivia for you guys. Who knows what a gherkin is?
A gherkin?
A gherkin. Write down in the comments if you
Leave us
know
a
what
comment
gherkin-
right now and let us know what a
First person
gherkin.
to tell us what a gherkin is, boo Dan.
Interesting. Gherkin. Let's see what comes in here. Maya
Gherkin.
Lav. Is that marshmallow?
Marshmallows.
Marshmallows. I like marshmallows. Apple. Okay. I will say my favorite dessert of all time that any place has is Pazookies
Oh,
from BJ's. Fire. Hold on a second. I wonder if I can pull this.
monkey bread from BJ's is pretty good too.
Oh,
though.
monkey bread?
Monkey
Okay,
bread's
okay.
pretty good.
Hold on.
Monkey
Let me
bread's
see.
pretty
Let's
good.
see if we can pull
Are
this
we
up.
looking up gherkins?
Yes. How do you spell that?
It's like GHERKEN.
GHERKEN.
Yep.
Gherkins.
KIN
Oh,
apparently.
gherkins. Gherkins. Before we should.
That's not.
No, that's not a
No, go
gherkin.
back to the search. It had a pickle article.
What is a gherkin?
We're
We're gonna show you guys in a second.
Right there.
Okay, here we go. We're gonna show this to you here. Let's see.
Gherkin.
If I click this,
Gherkin.
let's see.
I don't like marshmallows. You know,
Pickled gherkin.
Kiki,
Here
I
we go.
actually agree with you. I don't like marshmallows
So,
either.
so guys, here you go. This is what a gherkin is. I don't. Where's it at?
Scroll down.
Oh, scroll down. Oh, there it is. That's the gherkin.
No, it's one more.
Oh, one more. This.
Right there.
Oh, this.
They're baby pickles. That's all they are. They're
Oh,
baby
they're
pickles.
baby
they're
pickles.
Like they're
Okay.
like the sour, or they could be sweet, but they're like they're like tiny little like pickles.
Got it. Okay, now I understand. Let's see if I can get a picture. Gherkin.
Gherkin?
No. Dutch. No. We know where Deutschland is.
Deutschland.
Deutschland. That's too much. Awesome. You guys are awesome. I like that. Doesn't like so Kiki says I don't like marshmallows. Declan says small cucumber especially used for pickling. Oh, okay. He went and pulled the. Wow. Way to go, Declan. That was awesome. That was good stuff.
That was very thorough.
Very
Good job.
thorough. Thank you for sharing that with us. That's
Vanilla
awesome.
on the base, surrounded by a wall of. Oh my goodness! You gotta throw that up there, JP.
What is it called?
That dessert that she just put up there.
What's that dessert called? Sienna.
Chocolate. Anything that says chocolate drizzle is okay. in
Sienna,
my book.
what dessert is this, Sienna? Like, is there a name to this? It says vanilla on a base surrounded by a wall of brownies, a tiny piece of pound bread on the middle with a chocolate drizzle, but have never had this. Probably will. What? I'm hungry. That's it. Stream's over. We're going to go get some food.
Bye.
We need ice cream. Hey, guys, like my Mickey? Check my Mickey out.
Delicious.
Oh, man. How many of you guys are ready for Disney World to back up?
Oh my goodness.
I am. Can't wait to get there and hang out and have fun. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel, guys. Make sure you like this video. We have, what's she saying? The Sienna explosion. I just add random things.
Dude, Sienna's like that kid in Home Alone.
Yes.
Where he's sitting there with that massive thing of ice cream. He's got like graham crackers,
Dude,
marshmallows.
that's where it's at. That's
like
so
there's
funny.
peanut butter in the ice
Oh
cream.
my
That's crazy.
God, that's so funny. I love it. Yes, thumbs up. That's what I'm talking
we should
about.
go as
Thumbs up.
Thrive. We should.
We should. Let's do that.
We probably could do something like that, possibly.
As soon as this is over, let's make that happen.
We
Let's
should.
make it happen.
Like legit, we're not even kidding.
Yeah, I think it would be a lot of fun. We should make it happen. That's cool. I got to send somebody a link real fast. They're looking for a link so that they can get connected with us here.
Sienna said she was watching Home Alone. Or a video about Home Alone. My bad.
A video about Home Alone? Yeah. Home Alone was good. That was
The first one's the best.
yeah, 100%.
Always the first
Always.
one. Kevin McAllister.
Dude,
I mean,
always.
question, you guys getting so bored, are you guys making like super complex traps in your house for your siblings or your parents?
Listen, this
Because,
is one thing I really want to share on our show here, guys. I really would love to share you guys sending us some videos. You can text them to us, you can email them to us, whatever. Send us some videos of like just what you guys have been doing during this whole quarantine lockdown thing. Like, it doesn't matter what it is, funny, not funny, like who cares? Like, send us a video. We'd love to share it with everybody. Make you Thrive famous. That would be super dope.
Kiki said he's making a box for it.
Making a box for it over my bed. That's good. Okay, I like that. That's fun. But make sure you send those videos to us because that would be super cool.
Yeah,
that would be a
or
lot of fun.
pictures, like you guys can make your own memes too.
Ooh, meme makers. That's awesome. I like that. That'd be cool. Well, guys, guess what? We're gonna dive in here. We've got the first person. So this is what we're gonna do. All right, we're gonna play two truths and a lie, and we're actually gonna give Kiki a phone call right now. So Dan, keep talking for a second while I line this up and make this happen right now. Let's see this here.
Oh wow! So I mean, Maya just said she sold a random painting for $350 on eBay. Way to
What?
go! You need to make like a business out of that. Seriously, I'm a little jelly.
Ooh, ooh, ooh.
So yeah, be thinking about I guess for when we break out later, like prayer
Boom,
requests,
there we go.
anything like that. Yeah, be thinking about.
Hello.
Be thinking.
Here we
about,
go.
I guess,
Let's see if we can
for
dial her in.
break
There
out
she
time.
is. Everybody say what's
Oh
up
my
to.
God.
This is Kiki. You'll have to
Be thinking about.
you'll have to pause the stream.
Here
in the
we go.
background.
Let's see if we can dial her in. There she is. Everybody say what's up to. This is Kiki. You'll have to
pause the stream.
Here we go. Let's see if we can
Oh,
dial her
okay.
in. There she-
I was like, I'm getting a headache. I'm getting a headache. What's up, lady? How you doing?
I'm good.
Yeah? What you been doing recently?
Fiddling with my pocket knife, adding string, making a box for it.
Okay. Can you show us your pocket knife?
Oh, it's a multi-tool.
Ah, we call those
Well, from
sogs.
one. Ouch.
We call those sogs. Okay, that's awesome. Everybody in the comments say what's up to Kiki. She's going to play two truths and a lie with us. You guys are going to have to, she only has to do 5, so be thinking of them. You guys in the comment section are going to need to leave some comments and tell us what the truth or what the lies are. And then Dan and I also need to guess too to figure out what these things are. So you got your first setup there, Kiki?
Wait, what?
Okay, are you ready?
Sure.
All right, give us 2 truths and 1 lie.
I don't like marshmallows.
Okay.
I want a guinea pig.
You want a guinea pig?
And I don't like snakes.
And you don't like snakes. Okay. So there's 2 truths and 1 lie here. I know one of them is 100% truth because
I'm gonna say that the lie is that you want a guinea pig.
No.
Oh no!
well, I think the lie is that it's a snake.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. That one's awesome. What? Okay. So next one, we'll let the people in the comment section comment first, and then we'll go. Okay. Give us another 2 truths and a lie.
Hang on. Okay.
Dan
I'm a
Peasant.
dog person.
Okay.
My favorite color is like cyan, something like that. I don't know how
Okay.
to pronounce it. And then My middle name is Michaela.
Your middle name is she smiled. Okay, dude, can't say anything yet. We gotta wait for people in the comments first. She goes, my middle name's Michaela.
You know, if you lie, you'll have a spasm like this.
Okay, so Sienna says it's the dog. Okay. Let's see. Dog person is a lie. That's what Maya says. Okay. Name is a lie, says Dan Pesnell. Okay. Anybody else? Who else?
I say dog. It's the lie.
I think
Dog.
I think I have to go with Dan. I think it's Pesnell. I think it's the name. I think the
it's
name.
the name?
Yep. Melanie says the name too. Melanie says name too. What is it?
No one was right. Wow. Maya doesn't know me.
So what's the right answer?
What was the right answer?
Cayenne.
Cayenne? Oh man. Everybody loves cayenne. A little
She
bit of,
said, are you trying to say
That's-
cyan?
are you trying to say cyan or cayenne?
She
I
said,
don't care.
She said color.
She said I don't care.
I think we're talking about cyan.
She
But
goes,
cayenne pepper's
I
pretty
don't
darn
care.
good. I like
I
cayenne
don't
pepper.
care.
I like it. I like it. I like
That's
a little,
so funny.
A little spice and
Okay,
everything.
this will be the last one, and we have one more person to call. All right, one more. 2 truths and a lie. One more, and we're calling somebody else.
Oh, I'm crafty.
Okay.
My favorite thing to do when I'm crafting is painting.
You're
And
crafty and painting. Okay, what's the last one?
I'm a good drawer.
Oh, this one's really hard because they're all within the same realm.
I would say that I think the lie is painting.
I think crafty. Let's see what everybody else says first. Declan says lie equals painting.
Truth.
Okay,
Declan,
okay.
Truth.
Sienna says paint. All right. We'll see what else. What else does everybody else has got
You're
going on?
painting a web of lies.
You like to paint, though, Sienna says. But you do like to paint. Okay, what was the truth?
I'm a bad drawer.
What?
Oh wait.
That was
no,
the lie.
It's truth and a lie.
So what was the lie? I got her confused.
I'm a bad drawer.
You're a bad drawer.
No.
Do you have any drawings you can show us?
I don't know. Hang on. It's on a note card, but
We're going through a trip in a tiny rocket ship, baby Einstein. Oh,
bang.
wait, sorry. YouTube might cut us out
Wow.
for me singing Baby
Wow.
Einstein.
Do you have a photo? Do you have a picture?
no, I can't find it.
Well, everyone give her a round of applause and some thumbs up for joining with us. Thank you, Kiki, for... Oh, let's see let's see that sweater.
Thrive.
Oh!
2020.
Boom! Boom!
The year of the virus.
Hey, hey, hey. Wow. Wow. Tell everybody on Thrive. Bye.
Bye bye.
Bye.
Boom. Well, we got to kick that out. Bam. There we go. Oh, Dan, you're small. There he is.
I was in a small window, and
You
now
were
I'm in a, big
in a small window.
And now I'm back on my other window.
All right, let's give a call to our next person here. Let's see. Let's see.
You gotta flip my video though.
That's okay. I'll flip it in a second. Let's see if they say what's up to us. We're going to give them a call.
What
Let's
is
see if
that
they
that I
answer.
hear? What is that I hear? It's
What's
Sienna.
up, Sienna? How's it going?
It's going pretty good.
Yeah? How's life been?
Kind of boring actually.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
What's the funnest thing you've done since you've been
Oh.
in quarantine?
Today pretty much I tried to build this thing where I was trying to get mangoes off a tree. So I put a rope around the stick because I climbed up the tree, put a rope around it, and then hang from it, and then fell off. So I fell off
I'm
the
gonna
tree.
say that I'm just happy that you didn't break anything.
Yeah, nothing's broke, right?
I still think so.
That's
Well,
good.
That is, she's definitely.
So
right,
basically,
that's
you
exciting.
yeah. So basically, you tried to rappel in a tree to get some stuff,
Yeah, I also fell in a pool
With-
today
with
because my dog
string.
started barking at me.
and you jumped into the pool. Or you fell into the pool.
I fell.
Hey, so Sienna, I don't know. Everybody else could probably see this too, but you're sitting perfectly below your fan, which makes it look like you have propellers on top
It's
of
like
your head.
do.
Maybe you can get mangoes that way.
That's so awesome. Look at that. All
I
right.
didn't mean to do that.
No, it's perfect though. It's perfect. All right, Sienna, are you ready?
Sure.
Okay, we got 2 truths and a lie. You got something made up?
Yes.
Okay. All right, let's do it.
Okay, the first thing is I've been on over 5 airplane flights.
Okay.
The second one is I owned a hamster once.
Okay.
And the third one is I accidentally shot a squirrel with a bow and arrow.
Before we speak, we'll let the comment section communicate first.
It's burning deep within me to say.
Let's see what the comments come with, because I think I know.
I'm pretty sure I think I know as well. That did not happen. You fibber.
I've actually shot. Oh, wait, I can't say this.
Yeah, don't say anything. Just wait. Just
I'll say it after.
There's a few second delay. So we're getting right here. It says, Kiki says number 2 is a lie. She also says hamster is number 1, whatever that means. Declan says hamster equals a lie. Dan Pestil says bow and arrow is a lie. Hamster is a lie, says Maya.
I say it's the hamster because shooting a squirrel with an arrow is way too of a specific
That is
thing to say.
very specific. What was it?
So it was actually the squirrel because I used to have a hamster when I was little.
No.
Actually, at archery, I was closing my eyes and shooting one time and accidentally shot a bird.
Well, you're not supposed to close your eyes and shoot.
Because I told my friend to direct me where to shoot, and they accidentally told me to aim too high, and then I accidentally shot a bird.
Oh my
Oh,
goodness. Wow.
They said shoot high, and she said how high, and she shot a bird.
Kiki says, I did that once.
It's a bird. It's a plane. It's
That's
a dead
hysterical. I actually shot a squirrel one time, and it was an accident.
bird with a bow and arrow.
No,
or
with
BB
a
gun?
with a 22. Yeah, it was an accident. And we were shooting plates off of a tree branch, and it ran across, and tick. We had squirrel that night.
Squirrel stew.
That's right, squirrels do. Okay, good. Here we go. Another time, another round. 2 truths, 1 lie. You got another set?
Okay.
Okay, here we go.
I accidentally learned how to draw hands. I almost cut my hand off using a wood saw chopper.
I believe that. Yep.
And lastly is I accidentally broke my brother's shin.
Oh,
When I say broke, I mean like fractured.
fractured. Okay. I think it's numbered. I'm not going to say because we want the comment section to go first because there's a delay. Let's see. So can you give them to us again one more time?
So the first one, I think I already forgot. I'll try to remember.
I don't remember either.
I'm so distracted by the propeller on your head.
Is that a B-57 bomber behind you?
All right. The first one was I accidentally learned how to draw hands.
Okay, yeah, that's right. Drawing hands, Declan says, yep. He says that's the lie. Declan says that's the lie. So does Dan Pesnell.
The third one is I accidentally fractured my brother's shin.
Yep.
And then this second one was I almost cut my hand off with the wood cutter saw.
I think it's drawing, the hands thing.
I think it's the saw.
What is it? What is it?
The lie is, oh yeah, I fractured my brother's shin. That's the lie.
Oh,
I'm 0 for 0.
Gosh.
That means I'm a loser.
El Loser.
I broke my brother's finger once by accident.
Wow.
That sounds fun.
That's painful.
I slammed it in the car door.
Oh. Ooh.
Oh, I've slammed my dog's tail in the car door before.
Oh.
Oh.
Yeah, he wasn't happy. He turned around and looked at me like, really, dude? I was like, my
Is that the
bad.
one time Berkeley
bad.
actually had a reaction to
Yeah, he was
something?
like, what? Ow, that hurts. Okay, one more and we're done. One more and we're done.
Okay, first thing, I accidentally stuck my finger in a miniature pot full of hot glue.
Wow.
Second thing is I accidentally ran over my dog with a wagon.
She's just laughing about that. That happened for real.
And then the third thing is I stubbed my finger on a wall.
You stubbed your finger on a wall?
That takes some serious mad skill.
That's like, how do you stub a finger? I mean, I've stubbed the
Wall. Wait, wall.
I've stubbed the toe before on the wall.
It's 'cause, like, I do a lot of things where you have to move your hand really fast, and then sometimes I forget there's a wall next to me.
I say the
I
lie
see
is
it.
the first
Okay,
one.
what do you guys think? Fingers a lie. Dan Pesnell says fingers a lie. Number 4 is a lie. Whatever number 4 was. That's what Declan says.
It's number 4, my
This
lord.
number 4 is a lie. Well, you haven't even said it yet, and it's not true. All right, one more. Anybody else? I think it's the finger.
It's the finger.
Yep, I think it's the finger. Dan, what do you think?
I think it's the first one she said.
What was the lie?
Oh, the lie was I ran over my dog with a wagon. That was the lie.
That's not real?
Dude, she's very good.
You were
at-
laughing
she's
so
very
hard.
good
I
at
was like, yeah,
misleading
dude,
us.
she really ran her dog over.
She was laughing because she's like, this lie is ridiculous.
Oh my
no one will
gosh.
believe it. Except for JP and Dan.
Well, everybody say what's up to Sienna. Sienna, thank you for joining us and playing a couple 2 truths and a lie. We hope you have more fun. Hopefully you get to hang out soon, like everybody together, so that way we can like have real cool time and have some fun, right? What are you doing tomorrow?
Tomorrow, actually, pretty much before this whole quarantine thing, I decided to quarantine with a couple friends so that we could hang out without having to worry getting sick.
Yep.
So I'm actually going to their house to do school.
Nice. Well, you have fun and be safe with them.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Arrivederci.
That was awesome. That was pretty cool. Give them thumbs up. Give them some likes. Give them some loves for that. That's pretty cool. Pretty cool. So we have one more game for you guys, and then we're going to get into our talk. This game actually came from Miss Allison. She put it together for us. I think you guys are going to like it. It seems like it's going to be a lot of fun. It's called the Leaders Challenge, okay?
Challenge.
So this is how it's going to work. We're going to basically show you a slide. It's going to have a question on it, and then you have to answer the question that's on there through the comments, okay? So it's very simple. We'll play the first one like this. So we put the first one up, and it says this: who made All-State for chorus their senior year of high school? So now in your comment section, you are going to leave us a comment with which leader you think that is. So you have Pia, Dan, Grand Dan, then you have Tan Dan, you have Allison, Jessica, Katie, JP, Melanie. Those are our leaders. So which one of those people made All-State chorus? What? Basically give us an answer of who this question goes with.
Type the name of the leader that you think.
It's called
did the-
Leader Challenge. Push it
So
one time.
Kiki said
Kiki said Pia.
Pia.
Okay, that's good. That's good, Kiki. What's up, Ashlyn? Lynette. Okay, so Kiki also says Pia and Lynette. Declan says Dan won.
Dan.
That's Granddad. I mean, he is the older Dan. That's Granddad.
Hey, I like being the
Pia
I
or
like
Lynette.
being
Okay, perfect. That's good. Okay, here we go. Here's the answer. 3, 2, 1. Dan Pesnell. Okay.
Grand Dan. With them
Grand.
pipes.
All right. If you didn't know, Dan
Danny
actually can
boy.
sing. That's pretty awesome. That's good. So mark yourself a point down for that. And actually, Declan was the only one who said Dan won.
Good job.
That was a good
Declan.
job. That was a good job. Okay, here we go. Next one. Maybe. There we go. Who do you think this is, dude? Okay, it says, who took 3 years of French but can only remember how to say, can I use the bathroom? Oh.
Parlez-vous français?
Parlez-vous anglais? Parlez-vous anglais? Oui, oui. That doesn't mean pee-pee. No. Big difference there.
C'est quoi?
Melanie. Oh, okay, Kiki. Kiki says Melanie.
I'm picking up what you're putting down.
Okay.
JP.
JP. And Dan. Okay. All right. We're getting there.
You guys have to specify which Dan.
We got Dan. We got JP. Melanie. I knew it. Oh, who's I knew it? That's Declan. That was a joke. It was a joke. You said I knew it.
knew it.
Okay. Ashlyn says Jessica. Oui means yes. Of course it does.
Yes,
okay, let's see who it is.
of
3,
course.
2, 1. It is.
You were all wrong.
Oh,
It's
it was Katie. Wow, Katie. I hope, Katie, you have Skype because we should call you right now.
You know, Katie, I know you're watching this right now, and
Yes.
I hope you know with how many times you have to go to the bathroom, at least that's the thing that you remember how to say in French.
Wow. Okay, here we go. Next one says this. Who has traveled to 52 countries and lived in 3 of them? Ooh. Okay. Ooh, who is this?
Who's the
Which
Globetrotter?
leader? That's who's the
Globetrotter.
Globetrotter. Oh, that's wow.
Globetrotter.
I never put that together.
1 + 1? It's number 2, my lord.
My world just went blah. Hold on, we got to put a horn in there for that one.
For JP.
Pia and Dan, okay? Pia and Dan. Dan number 2. That would be Tan Dan. Okay, Tan Dan twice. Okay.
Number 2.
Oh, okay. Tan Dan.
Number 2.
Tan Dan. I like it. Pia and Dan. Okay, good. Tan Dan says it again. Okay, let's see. 3, 2, 1. Boom! Dude, check out that senior
Look at that
photo.
mug. That's from when I was a senior in high school.
How old are you there, brother?
I am 18.
18 years
a-
old.
12-and-a-half-year-old pitcher.
Man, looking good, stud. I like it. Okay, here we go. Next one. Who was in the IB or International Baccalaureate
Ooh.
program in high school? For those of you out there who are geniuses, you know exactly what that is. Which leader is it? Who was in the IB program in high school? And Kiki said it's because Dan was in the Army. Dan's not actually in the Army.
Air Force.
He's in the Air Force.
And actually, I traveled to all those countries before I was ever in the military. I grew up as a missionary kid.
Ooh, okay. All right, what do we got? Here? So Wilson says Allison.
What's
We
up,
got
Will?
Allison again. Okay. Not one of the guys, Declan. That's true. Amen. Besides that, I don't know. Okay. All right. Okay. Who else we got here? We got Mia says me, or is that Mel?
Mel.
You think that's Mel or me?
Mel.
Sienna says Melanie. Good guess. Somebody says Allison. Then somebody says the what?
What exactly? Let's take a pause here. What are we saying about guys? We're saying none of the guys.
Yeah, we're apparently
Are we
not,
dum-dums?
Apparently we're not
Are we
smart enough
dum-dums?
for this, huh? Wow. Kiki says Mel. Okay, let's see who it was.
Melanie.
It was Melanie. That's right. Another fun fact, guys. When Melanie graduated high school, she also graduated with her associate's degree.
Very nice.
Wow, talk about crushing it. Way to go.
Killing 2 birds with 1 stone.
That's it. Here we go. This one is a good one. Who holds their high school's highest pole vaulting record? Wow, that was a mouthful.
Say that 5 times fast
Wow.
while
Let's
drinking
see.
a glass of water.
Here we go. Who holds their high school highest pole vaulting record?
Who holds our high school highest?
He says, "Me have big brain." I don't know. I don't know.
Big brain.
Me have big brain.
Me a big brain.
Dan Pesnell says Allison. Okay. Kiki says Allison also. I like it. Okay. You guys are doing good. Declan says JP. I like it.
Faith
Okay.
in you, JP.
Sienna says Allison. Kiki says Allison. Good call. Me don't know this. Why are we speaking in the third person here? Me no know this.
What, are we talking like minions? Ooh,
Papa.
Papa. Me don't know.
Okay, let's see who it was. Who was it? It was.
Allison.
Oh, it was Miss Allison. Check that out. Okay, pole vaulting. That's crazy because, I mean, I would not try to jump over another pole by leaping off of a
Well,
pole.
you heard about what they say about pole vaulting, right? If you don't make it, it's your own fault.
Wow. Wow. Here's one. It says, who graduated from high school at the age of 15 years old? When
That's
we talk,
pretty cray-cray.
when we talk about overachievers, this person, because I don't know what this is. This is, whoa, that's awesome. That's pretty dope. Pretty awesome. Who is this? Which leader is this? Graduated high school at the age of 15 years old. Kiki says Pia.
Again.
Declan says not a guy. Yeah. Mhm. I'm with you on that one, Declan. Maya says no one. Sienna says Pia. Kiki says Melanie.
Wilson says Katie.
Wilson says Katie.
Here's a hint for you. It does have to be someone.
Kiki says Melanie, Pia, or Melanie.
Okay, we're just saying half the leaders now.
I think we're just putting out random names.
Banana.
Nobody said JP.
I know. No one said me either.
All right, let's see who it was. It was
Lynette.
Lynette. Look at that. That's awesome. Can I zoom in? No. It was Lynette. Woo woo. Okay. Dope. Oh, look at this one. Who has flown an airplane?
Just wait for it.
Who has flown
gosh.
an airplane? Ashlyn says Lynette. Okay. I like it. Wilson says Dan Pesnell. Okay. Kiki says Tan Dan. Me have giant brain. Santa
have
says Dan
giant
too.
brain.
Declan says Dan too. The man called Tan Dan.
I am dying, JP.
Dan
There you
Pesnell
go,
says JP. Tan
Oh.
Dan the man.
Thank you. Thank you.
Tum dum 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 dum.
Tundan, tada. Oh, wait. Nope. She corrected herself. Tundan. Tundan.
That's so funny. All right, let's see who it was. It was Pia. Whoa!
Surprise, surprise.
What? That's crazy. No, not a virtual plane, but a real plane.
We
But a
all-
fun fact: I've also flown planes too. I have 10 hours of flight hours.
Oh, that is very cool.
Yeah, yes, but I didn't put my picture in for this one because I didn't think of that. But that would have been a good one.
That's
wow,
pretty sweet.
Okay,
It's pretty awesome.
Pia, we would like you to leave us a comment. Let us know what type of plane you flew because that would.
So
be
if we need to
really cool.
evacuate, Pia's flying.
Yes, right. If we ever go to a world without law, guess who's on our side?
Pia!
All right, this one says, who was the president of student body in high school, their junior and senior year?
Whoa.
Interesting.
No. Wilson says
Wilson says no.
no. JP.
Kiki says JP. Okay.
Or wasn't or wouldn't be there.
Wasn't or wouldn't be there. Okay. Kiki says JP.
Get to the copper.
Get to the kappa. Kiki says JP. Okay.
I say it's JP too.
Okay, JP too. Wow, why do you guys think this?
JP.
Wow, everybody's just blowing up JP.
Jip. It's a bunch of jips.
Maya
Jip.
says Jessica. Okay. Interesting. Well, let's see. Let's see who it was. Oh!
Oh, I don't know who that is. I'm just kidding.
That's right. It was me. Fun fact about that. I in my junior year beat out the high school senior for class president in my junior year.
May we just admire something though about this is your senior picture of the 90s head tilt on the fist.
You like that?
Yeah, I do.
You like
it's
that?
just like it's so classic of that. This was in the 90s, right?
That's it. That's it. Dope. There you go. There you go.
I just kidding. It was not in the 90s.
Who? Okay, here's another good one. Who climbed the Great Wall of China?
China.
China. Who's this impression?
China.
China. Sienna. Oh, is that a story? You got to tell that story if that's a story. Grand Dan says Kiki. Okay. I like that. Wilson says Jessica. Okay. Allison Declan says. Dan says Sienna. Okay. Dan Pezel says COVID-19. True story. True
Could be
story.
climbing everything.
But it's too soon. It's too soon. Too soon. Too soon.
Or
too
too
soon.
late, depending on your perspective.
Wow. Oh my goodness. Ta-dam, bam. Here we go. That's it. Let's see who it was. 3, 2, 1. It was Miss
Jessica.
Woo! She's got half her face in there because she's cutting out COVID. Yeah. Kiki says, wow, Grandan. Wow. Oh, man, that's too good. Okay, here we go. Next one. Who married their high school sweethearts? Let's see what you guys have to say about this one. High school sweethearts.
We have.
Young Dong? Was Young Dong? I'm not sure I knew which leader that is.
Yeah. They don't go to our church.
Oh, I thought you meant like with a rope and a scale. No, Sienna. Wow. So we got Kiki says P and Dan. Declan says JP. Okay.
We got Grandan.
Grandan, JP and Melanie. Pia
Wilson
or
said
you and Melanie. Wilson says Melanie. John Cena.
John Cena.
John Cena. P and Dan, John Cena. Okay, let's see who it was. Oh, look at that. It's Miss Allison. Wow. That's cool. That's right. High school sweethearts right there. Bam. Been a long time together. Look at that. Oh, dang. That. Okay. Who got 17 stitches from a wakeboarding accident when they were 15? The question is, where did they get the stitches? That, Declan, is the real question. That is the real question.
And that is the real question.
You guys
It
thought
was
I
us
was
two.
Chad? What?
So Kiki says JP. Declan says Dan 1.
JP and the leg? Is that a new band?
Instead of JP and the Killers, it's JP and the leg. Not even 2 legs. You just get 1 leg. We have question mark, Chad.
All right, let's see who it was. It was
That's
Dan.
me, and it was in my head.
Can you share that story with us?
It was in my head. Yeah, so we had come back.
In your head?
Yeah, it was like on my head. It was
Oh
crazy.
my goodness.
So this actually involves why you should not show off in front of a girl. So it wasn't me showing off, but I had a friend who thought that if any of you guys do wakeboard, he thought that he could freestyle, which is basically a wakeboard that doesn't have any bindings. And what happens when a boat goes 30 miles an hour, the board flew out of the water. We were doing doubles, and his board hit me in the head. So then I woke up in the hospital
Dang.
with 17 small stitches, but still 17 stitches at 15.
Dang, that's crazy, dude.
It's pretty gnarly.
That's crazy.
Pretty gnarly.
Also, going back here real fast, that. By the way, that's Melanie and JP. If you didn't know that, I had somebody text me and say, "Who was in the other photo of that?" That's Melanie and JP. We have been together for
Watch
like
it.
13 years.
These
Mines
guys-
are gonna
mines
blow. Mines are gonna blow right now. Mines are gonna blow. Wow, that's crazy. So proud of that. Been together for a long time. Okay, who played soccer for 16 years? 16 years.
That's a long time. 16 years.
Dan Pesnell says that explains so much.
Wow, thanks.
That's so funny. Who played soccer for 16 years? 16. Tandan. Oh, that's pretty cool. Sienna says that I thought there was a shark behind me when I was wakeboarding, but it was a dolphin. You're lucky it was a dolphin.
That's a good thing it was a dolphin.
Holy smokes, man. Dan Pesnell says JP. Tandan. Allison. All right. Kiki. Dan Pesnell. All right. I like it. Let's see who it was. Who was it?
JP.
Yeah, that's right. I played club soccer for many years. Yep, I did.
And soccer is a real sport.
Soccer
by the
is
way.
more of a real sport than football.
Whoa.
In high school, who was the only girl on the boys' soccer team?
Ooh, this is a very interesting fact. There was only sand sharks, really. That's pretty sweet, though.
Interesting.
Sienna says, what club?
What club? I played with Pinellas Park. Wilson says Allison. Okay. Sienna says Sienna. Soccer ball. Great is
I'm
what
gonna
club?
say Allison.
Allison. Sienna. Sienna says Sienna again. And Sienna says Allison. Who was it? No, it was Miss Lynette.
What?
Hey, check that out.
You learn something new every day.
John-
Someone said John Cena's mom.
John Cena's mom. That's hysterical. That's so funny. That's it, guys. Thank you so much for playing that game with us. That was dope. That was actually pretty fun.
And what you win is you win a good feeling in your heart.
That's right. What you win is a good feeling in your heart. We appreciate you guys. Thanks for tuning in with us. That was a lot of fun. We like to play some fun games. Please do not forget to send us some videos of you guys going crazy, having fun, having a good time, or just doing whatever you guys are doing, during this quarantine time. Dan and I, we're going to have some cool little opportunity just to kind of chat with you guys for just a few minutes here, a little bit of some Bible and stuff, and something we're excited to talk about. I know we've been talking about this prime life, and we've been having this conversation about living your prime life. And today we're actually going to be wrapping this conversation up. And today's main focus is finding your life. We've talked very specifically about living, wholesome for Christ, chasing after him, all those details. Today we're going to wrap that up with a great verse. I believe it's an awesome verse, but really talking about finding your life. And Dan, I would love for you to kind of share not the moment that you gave your life to Christ, but the moment you decided to truly follow after Christ. Because I believe sometimes that those are actually, Maya says, I think I just broke my toe.
Ooh.
Ouch.
Ouch.
I'm sorry.
Are you okay?
I'm sorry. Wilson said he likes my shirt. Me too. It's a cool shirt. Anyways, I would like for you to share maybe just a little brief testimony of when you really, because we're talking about this whole idea of prime life, right? And this whole idea of finding your life. And I think what I want to kind of have that conversation, want that to look like is more or less of this idea of finding your life in Christ and really chasing that. Right. So could you share with the teens just a little bit about that?
Yeah. So I know my sixth graders, I've shared this a while ago, so you guys have heard this before, similar, but like a lot of you, not all of you, but like most of you, I grew up in the church, but I think some of you still don't know this. My parents have been missionaries for almost 20 years to the persecuted church.
Wow.
And I know some of you may, if you do know this, then that's okay. But for those of you who don't, persecuted church is like countries. It's called the 1040 window. It's like places where it's illegal to be a Christian. People are executed, murdered, put in jail. It's a very different from the freedoms that we have here. Not complaining about that at all. It was a great experience. But I grew up very heavily in the church, missionary family. My dad's been a pastor for several decades. But I gave my life to Christ when I was 7. And I do remember, some people, they know the date, and I honestly don't remember the year or the time. I just know that I was about 6 or 7. I know I did. But kind of like GP's talking about, for me in my life, part of that sanctification is that it's not really the prayer that saves you. It's the belief that Christ, the Bible says whoever believes in me. It doesn't say whoever prays. It says whoever believes in me. And so for me, growing up in the church is just all I ever knew, right? And all of you guys, and I encourage you, it wasn't actually until I got to college, to be perfectly honest. I was 19 when I finally was, and that doesn't mean that I was living a fake Christian life or anything like that. But like JP's question, it wasn't, I feel like at 19, I literally remember sitting in my college dorm room, and I'm wearing it right now. I played soccer, Clearwater Christian College right here. I remember talking to one of my friends after dinner, and I went back to my dorm room to do homework, and I just couldn't focus on my homework. And it just kind of hit me that I kind of felt like I was going through the motions. And that's a common thing that we say. But that was my reality. I'd realized that I grew up in the church. But I never really sat there and said, do I believe this? I knew I was a Christian, and I get it's kind of hard to explain that. It's such a complicated emotion to kind of grow up in. I think it's part of, there's spiritual maturity, there's emotional maturity, there's physical maturity. But for me, I think it definitely would say that I was a believer, you were mentioning, I was a believer at 7 when I got saved, but sanctification brought me to a point as a 19-year-old adult, a sophomore in college, where I just it wasn't like anything bad was happening in life. It was just more like I sat there and said, I kind of feel like I'm going through the motions. I'm just going to church. It's not really because I'm super excited. It's just it's like a habit, and I guess I'm gonna encourage you guys, like at 19 I really realized like I don't want this to be a habit. And we had chapel at my college, which was great. We had it several times a week, and I think it was a sermon that had probably, I'm trying to remember, I think that's what prompted that conversation with one of my, to this day, he's one of my closest friends, but I just couldn't get it out of my head. And I think that's how God kind of talks to our heart and speaks to our heart, is I couldn't get it out of my head, that I just felt like I was going through the motions. And the reason why I feel like God puts that in our heart sometimes is I feel like he wants to use us for great things. And I think God wanted me to realize that I wasn't created to just go to church. That doesn't make you a good Christian.
That's right.
Now don't get me wrong. Going to church is absolutely 100% a necessity. That's the same way like you saying that you want to live but you don't want to breathe oxygen. You need church. You need to be there, not just for fellowship and growing, but also because for me, I think the biggest reason we go to church, and not like COVID-19, we're not in a building. The church, we are the church. JP, the Bible says where two or more are gathered. Well,
that's
like,
right.
I'm here with JP.
We're
this
here.
is church.
Yep.
You guys are with us. It's church. But I think to kind of like wrap that up on that question, like 19, and I guess for me it was just more like God just made me sit there, and I made my relationship with God my own. I sat there, and it just made sense to me, like what my purpose for my life as a child of God was, as a young man of God. And if you're sitting there and you're a girl, a young woman of God, you have to sit there and think that. So that's kind of the moment where I decided that like I definitely wanted, and I just rededicated. That doesn't mean you don't get resaved. Once you're saved, you're always saved. But I just rededicated my faith to God, and just promised God at 19 that I wanted to use. And sure, I've still sinned since then. I've messed up, but the difference is that it's not like this confusing thing where I just feel like I'm going through. I felt very lost until I was 19, and I think it was just because, like I keep repeating, it's kind of like you get into this routine, and God shouldn't be boring and shouldn't be this boring routine. He should be something that you're excited about. Like we talked last week, you have to spend time with God to know God's will, to understand what you need to do. So for me, it's impossible to grow deeper in our relationship with God. And I think at 19, and for some of you, you may be 30, you may already be there. You may be there right now in 6th or 7th grade. But for me specifically, it took until I was a sophomore in college to really get slapped upside the head lovingly by God. And I think that God just didn't want me to waste my life. John Piper wrote a book called Don't Waste Your Life, and I think that phrase just kind of has always stuck in my mind. I read that book years and years and years and years ago as either a senior in high school. It came out a while ago, senior in high school or freshman in college, and I think that's just kind of really the catalyst for everything I just shared with you guys. Is I didn't want to waste my life. When we get to heaven, even if we're a Christian and God says, "Well done, good and faithful servant," like, I don't know about you guys, but I'm going to be really embarrassed if like I sit there and the only thing I have to show for my Christian walk is, well, God, I went to church and I went to Sunday school, and like God created us to do so much more amazing things than just attend. Church isn't like a hobby, right? And so that's what, and I'm speaking to myself. I'm not trying to criticize you guys. I'm just saying like that's where I was at 19, where I felt like I was just checking God off. I did my devotions and okay, I can go hang out with my friends. I can go play. I was always playing soccer in Pinellas Park, actually. When I was in college, we play like pickup soccer at the park or whatever. But it was always like soccer, friends, and I wasn't prioritizing God. So I think at 19, God really put in my mind, you need to prioritize me all the time, every time.
That's right. So. Yeah. I appreciate you sharing that. I really do. And I think, you know what, I think that's a theme for most Christians, and you guys will probably agree with me on that most Christians go through this kind of this walk, this sanctification, right? This idea, and obviously it takes a lifetime to be sanctified, right? We're not going to be perfect on earth. It's just not going to happen, right? It's unrealistic. We're not doing that. Jesus was the only one who was perfect, right? But it's this idea and this mindset that, you know, people give their lives to Christ. They get really excited and fired up for who Jesus is, but then life happens to them. And when life happens to them, they almost like set him aside and just continue to do regular life. But then there comes a point where God's like, hey, Like, I'm here and I'm ready to have that relationship with you now. And I want to have that relationship with you. Come, I'm here. Like, I'm here. I'm waking you up. Like, let's do that. And I think a lot of people have that. And even, as young teenagers and even adults watching this, I'm sure there's been times in your life where that's been the case. And it's maybe the case right now. Maybe right now has been probably the most productive. My prayer is the most productive time you've had in your relationship with Christ, because you've got no excuse not to sit down and get to know Jesus better, right? Like, you don't have an excuse not to do that. And I think a lot of people have excuses to not do it, but now there are none. So you take that time to make that happen. I know that was for me. 13, I heard about Jesus. 16 is when he knocked on the door and said, hey, I really need you to follow me right now. Like, I need you to do this 100%. So I think a lot of people kind of go through that. I know our word today is out of Matthew 16:24-25. It says, then Jesus said to his disciples, if any of you wants to be my follower, you must give up your own way. Take your cross and follow me. If you try to hang on to your life, you will lose it. But if you give your life for my sake, you will save it. There's a lot of context in this particular verse. There's a lot happening in this particular verse. But I think one of the things for me that stands out the most about this is when it very simply says, you must give up your own way and take up your cross and follow me. What Jesus and what he's talking about here, and I've heard many different, and you probably have too. I've heard this particular verses preached on hundreds of times, right? And a lot of times we hear we have to give up our own desires, our own wants, our own dreams to chase Jesus. And I think that so often gets really confused with what he's talking about in here. What he's discussing here says, if you want to be my follower, you must give up your own way. Well, if you really start to break that down and have a conversation about your own way, what he's talking specifically about is your selfish desires. There's nothing wrong with something being planted on our heart to do something great for God, but it's our selfish desires which cause us to not be, brought in. It causes us to come and go when it comes to following who Jesus is. And the reason I say that is because the next portion there says, take up your cross. So it says you must give up your own way, which means be selfless, and then take up your cross, meaning that not only do you need to be selfless, but then you also need to be willing to bear whatever you have and present it. Like, think about it this way. When Jesus was carrying the cross to the mountain where he was going to be hung on it, he was carrying that cross. It was something that was hard. It wasn't simple. It wasn't easy. It exposed him. It allowed him to be open. But who did it allow him to be open to? It wasn't the people. It was allowing him to be open to who God was, because soon he was going to be as exposed as you ever could be when it comes to coming close to God, right? So he's saying, hey, you must give up your own way, right? Stop being selfish, right? Then it says, take up your cross, meaning like, dude, pick it up, handle it, take care of it. I've given you everything. I've equipped you. I've given you everything you'll ever need to live out what you need to live out to follow Jesus. Like, I've got it for you, and then follow me. So he prepares us, and I wanted to share that portion up for me, and I know Dan will have a portion he wants to share, but I wanted to share that portion for me because I thought that was huge. Jesus tells us very simply, like, dude, if you want to follow me, like many of us have said, Jesus, I want you to be my savior, but that's not the same thing as saying, Jesus, I want to follow you. Mm-hmm. Those are two very different ideas there. Hey, yeah, Jesus, I want you to save me. Of course, we all want Jesus to save us. But how many of us are willing to say, I'm going to give up my own way, I'm going to carry your cross, and I'm going to follow you, Jesus? And I think that is what's absolutely huge when it comes to following Christ. And I know for me in this scripture, that's what stood out the most. It was like, there's a big difference, guys, between just saying, I want you to save me, and I want to follow you. And I think that's where a lot of people, and I hope that challenges you guys today in saying that, by simply saying, like, don't just say, oh, I've accepted Jesus. Now what you need to say is, I've chosen to follow him too. Because every day we have to make the decision to wake up and follow Christ. Yes, we've been saved. We are going to heaven because we've given our lives to Christ. But that doesn't necessarily mean that we are choosing to follow Christ. Big difference there. Big difference there. So that was my take on it. I don't know. What were you
awesome.
thinking?
Mine's actually really similar, probably just saying it in a different way. But yeah, I would say I get frustrated, but I think I get frustrated not at but for people when this is, my dad always talked to me about, like, this is one of those Matthew 7, Matthew 16 are two chapters in specifics that are taken out of context so much. And I don't say that to criticizing improper understanding of scripture. Some people get offended by that, but I want you guys to know that that's actually important, and we do it in love, right?
Yeah.
We correct people in love, but there's a lot of that lie that goes around in the church, like what JP was talking about there's a lot of things that are said about this verse, but it only has one meaning. And I think what JP said, there's no other better way to say it other than just my personal how I take this, but I pick it apart. I'm very analytical and like pick it apart, but like I love the context of scripture, and like sometimes I just wish that we could take away the numbers, like the verses and the chapter, because the Bible, I don't know if you guys knew this, but the Bible wasn't written chapter 16. We did that in modern times to make it a little bit more manageable,
Practical
so we
to manage,
could,
right?
yeah, so we could understand, and it's not a bad thing. We haven't added to scripture. It's just, but it wasn't. It was written like a book, like a novel, you know. So in that way, I say that there's a verse that I really think couples with this really well, and I'm curious what JP thinks. But this is talking about salvation. Why it's talking about the way. That's in the Old Testament church. The way was actually what we called the church, right? I feel like that's on purpose in this, and how it was in this English translation translated that way on purpose. So when it says, Jesus said to his disciples, if anyone wants to be my follower, well, like JP was talking about, and I said last week, we talked about this last week, you can't follow God if you're on the wrong path.
That's right.
So if it says, if anyone wants to be a follower, well, how do I follow someone? You guys ever play follow the leader when you were really little kids? You can't, or like how a baby duck follows its mommy duck. Well, it can't follow the mommy duck if it doesn't see where its mom is, right? So if you don't see where God your father is, you can't pick up your cross. You can't, and we go on our own way, on the wrong direction, the wrong path. Think of it that way. We go on the wrong path when we want to be selfish, like JP was talking about, our selfish way. I think for me, the verse that comes to mind is where it says when we're saved, when we're regenerated, when God saves us from our sin, right? When we give our lives to God, he says that the old passes away and the new is come. That's what Jesus carrying that cross up, it's part of that symbolism as well. Like JP said, it was difficult. Like he gave up, like he took upon our sin, right? And then we just celebrated Easter, right? And so he rose from the dead. Well, the main thing for that, there's so many positive things we could say, oh yay, Jesus rose from the dead so that I could have eternal life, but that's not really the most important reason why he rose. He rose because out of love and obedience, first for the Father, then for us. That's my opinion. We're second, because the love and obedience for the Father, but he conquered death is the big topic, and he conquered death. So I think for this, if we have conquered the death of sin in our lives, the sinful nature in our hearts, it all, like Paul says, it's a spiritual warfare. Like we're always gonna, the heart is willing, but the flesh is not, right? So when it says if you hang towards the end of verse 24 and beginning of 25, it says if you try to hang on to your life, you will lose it. In my opinion, maybe I'm wrong, so JP correct me, but like I think that's talking to actual believers. If you're trying to hang on to the old ways, like don't hang on to the sins that you had before you were God's child, because if you do, it's gonna always like pull you off the road. It's gonna pull you off the road that God wants you on, and God's warning you here to not do that, because he wants you to stay on that path so that you can follow him. Because the more you follow him, the more you're gonna know him, the more you're going to feel loved, and the more you're gonna feel heard by God, right? So I mean, I know I've been probably annoying you guys how many times I'm saying this, but you can't know God if you don't know God, if that makes sense. Like you have to spend time with God. So don't, I guess, sacrifice your own ways. This, like JP was talking, it's not, you don't got to give up movies, and it's not saying to give up things that aren't necessarily spiritual in nature. It's saying give up your sinful. We sin. Why do we sin? I think ultimately we sin because we're selfish.
That's right.
We sin because we'd rather do what we want rather than God's way. And God's way is to follow him in his righteousness. So
what's cool about what he's saying is that it's just, guys, we have to make that decision to follow him and to give up those selfish desires and chase after what he has. And he says that if you try to hang on to your life, you're going to lose it. And he's talking about that spiritual sense, right? Like you can't have one foot in heaven and one foot on earth. Like it doesn't work that way. Like it just doesn't work that way. You've got to have all in. You got to be all in for who Christ is. Well, I hope that challenges you guys. We are so excited that we had this time to spend with you guys. Again, it's just living out, just living out that prime life, finding your life, find that life in who you are. Find out what Christ has created for you and what he has and his desires for you to chase after. And you only do that, like Dan said, by getting to know who he is in chasing after him. Well, guys, we had an amazing night with y'all. Man, thank you so much for sticking around with us and just hanging out and having fun. We had a ton of fun with you guys. It's going to be an incredible night. We're going to bounce off of this and get into our small group. So I'm going to put the Zoom link up here in a second so you guys can join us. We're just going to hang out and have a really, really awesome time. We'll see you guys soon in Zoom. Thank you all for hanging out with us now.